You know, I don't necessarily want to be famous, but if you wanted to be famous for killing white-tailed deer, Kentucky's a good place to start. It's projected that it could be one of the top states for the next world record white-tailed deer to come out of. It is definitely a contender when you're talking about Boone and Crockett record books. I mean, it's really no surprise a lot of famous people come out of Kentucky. The coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn, Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man, Dwight Dorr Hargraves Yoakum, and thank God in heaven, Jennifer Lawrence. And how could we forget Billy Ray Cyrus, who made Miley Cyrus? So maybe just scratch him from Kentucky's record books. Tevis McCauley runs Whitetail Heaven, and they have set up one of the best places to take a vacation, especially if you love the whitetail deer hunt. More importantly, if you love to kill giant deer, it's one of the best places in the world to have that opportunity. So with any luck this week on Red Arrow, we're going to become famous for killing giant deer. Probably not. You know, last year we came to Kentucky for the first time, and we came on a full moon with high temperatures. It was just not a great time to be whitetail deer hunting. But I did get to meet a legend in the hunting world, Mr. Jackie Bushman.
He called me and said, what'd you know? I said, it's called tenure, my friend. It's called tenure. I just know everybody's got to go to work. It's a Monday morning. They're going to be there Sunday watching TV.
Now, we did get some killing done in Kentucky. On the last evening, I passed on what would be considered a huge deer on my property and a small deer on Tevis's property, about 120, 125 inch 8-point. Then a big old doe decided she would hang out by our ground blind for a while, which is not a real healthy thing to do on the last day of my hunt. Jackie, that doe's for you, man. I know you were trying to shoot a big buck all week, but we just started a new club called Doe Masters. And I'll be the Doe Master. You can be the Buck Master. Movement was tough this week, had a full moon, so had to resort to putting a little meat on the table instead. You know, this year we had high hopes for Kentucky. Even so much so that we looked at the schedule and we had booked a week with a full moon. So I rescheduled and accidentally booked another full moon week. Whoops. We're here, man. Whitetail Heaven. We need some luck at Whitetail Heaven this year. Everybody else kills giant record book 200-inch deer. Every year we, for some reason, get skunked or kill a doe or something. So we're here, man. Tevis has got a freaking awesome place here. If you hadn't watched any of our shows from Kentucky, it's like a Bass Pro Shop with bunk beds downstairs. So let's go see old Tevis.
What's happening? Virginia boys rolling up in camp.
Man, what's going on, baby?
How are you, brother?
How you doing?
Good to see you, man. Welcome to Whitetail Heaven again.
What's up,
What's
brother?
going on, man?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. Not as good as y'all, though.
Oh, man, we've had a hell of a start to the season.
Full moon or not, how bad could our luck possibly be? I mean, hopefully at least the weather would be clear, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the awesome state, the bluegrass state. We're in Kentucky. But it's like deja vu all over again from last year. We rescheduled this hunt to avoid bad weather and a full moon. And I guess we didn't look far enough ahead on the calendar because we're sitting in the middle of almost full moon and some pretty bad weather. You know, the rain doesn't let up. In fact, it gets worse. And this longbeard comes out into the food plot. And I get on my phone and I look up my license on the phone and verify that I do, in fact, have a fall Kentucky turkey tag. It was time to fry some turkey, son. I center punch this sucker and he runs out to about 37 yards and then he stops and he's holding one foot up just kind of looking around, so I put another one in him. You know, I get sick of all this, oh, it's a good shot, he's going down. Is he standing up? Can you still see him? And do you have any more ammunition left? That's the only three things you need to have on your checklist at that time, not, do I need to shoot him again? Of course you need to shoot him again. You shoot the target until it is compliant. That's the rule. The deer didn't really cooperate today. Had two yearlings come out in the morning, and this was just a stand that somewhere easy to get out of the rain. But it worked out because I don't mind putting a little white meat in the freezer, a little protein. So the good thing about shooting anything at Whitetail Heaven is the fact that you get to go back to a 5-star lodge with a gourmet chef who is Tevis's wife, Hannah. She had a recipe where she marinated this turkey in milk and then fried it. Unbelievable. All the food is good there, and it makes it all the better when you killed it yourself. He was roosting right out there last night, just minding his own business.
There it is.
Now he's in here with us. I have to say that is the best turkey, wild or otherwise, wild or domesticated, that I've ever eaten. Too good. So that evening, Tevis had a plan for us. We were going to go to a spot where a client had some really good luck in seeing a really big drop time buck. Then he had a little bit of bad luck. We're sitting on a little food plot right here in a grove of cedars, and they've had a giant drop time buck that a client missed him in the other end of this field, I think. And earlier, and the buck came back to the food plot the same day. So hopefully he's not too smart. He comes back a third time. You know, we might have struck out on the deer hunting that day, but we came back to Tevis's lodge and found our good buddy Mike there with his guitar, and we took part in an old Kentucky tradition, a little picking and a grinning.
Friday night lights and high school dances, bonfire lights, river parties, and young romance. Living one day at a time, never looking back. These are the days of my past. I was raised on Southern pride and Kentucky blues. Ooh. Daddy's home cooking on a Sunday afternoon. Mama's got a smile that can light up the room. These are the days that I once knew.
Deer, it's still a wild animal, even though you're in the best place in the state to hunt. If you've got good accommodations and a lot of good friends to rely on for a good time, you know, you can make a pretty good week out of it, no matter what the moon phase is or how many thunderstorms come through.
Every day ain't my day. Easy street, don't run my way. Cross my heart and hope to spare. The getting's good. Tell me, what do I get?
Well, I wasn't very good at killing whitetail deer with my bow and arrow this year at Whitetail Heaven. Who in the world goes to a place called Whitetail Heaven and can't kill a buck? Me, I guess. So I decide I have killed a turkey, so why not keep the luck going and head back out to Whitetail Heaven in the springtime? They're 100% success rate for the last several years for a reason. There's freaking turkeys everywhere. And just in case my turkey hunting luck in the spring is as bad as my deer hunting luck in the fall, I'm gonna bring my wife and my kids, and we're gonna have a little mini vacation at Whitetail Heaven with Tevis and Hannah and all their kids and a bunch of our good friends. Yeah, I would compare hunting turkeys at Whitetail Heaven like hunting a possum that was blind in a shoebox in front of you with a sledgehammer. It's pretty much a sure thing. Well, these birds have been super henned up this week, and anybody that knows turkeys knows, you know, when they're henned up, they're not gonna leave the real thing for you, generally. Because I can hear hens talking out there, and he ain't coming over here when he's got that many hens. But if he sees another dominant bird pop up, he might come fight it. And so we got to reap one. We're gonna get behind this Cherokee decoy and we're gonna crawl up and shoot one in the face. I just don't know that two of us can hide behind this thing, but we'll try it. So this turkey comes in, man. I'm in a cluster. I'm trying to get which side am I gonna shoot him on? Which side is he gonna come? That's what makes that reaping stuff so fun. This turkey gets into 8 yards. He's 8 yards away from us. And I sawed his head off. What you think, man?
What you think, bud? Oh, that's awesome. I see your belly trail.
Look at that, man. I know we were breaking corn stalks. It was hard crawling through that cut cornfield, but we got him.
That's awesome.
That was so much fun, man. We had a ball. It was an absolute blast crawling on that turkey. We caught so many turkeys and interacted with so many. We just had a great time at Whitetail Heaven this year. It was an amazing trip. We had so much fun with all the guides out there, Michael and his kids, and Tevis and Hannah and their family, and my kids and my wife. I know had a blast, and just, I gotta thank everybody at Whitetail Heaven for making that experience what it is. It is second to none, whether you're deer hunting, turkey hunting, or just going out there to hang out and relax. There's nothing like Whitetail Heaven. So we closed another chapter in Kentucky, and right now, I'm going to my favorite spot on planet Earth, my backyard, for a little Virginia turkey killing party. So we get home and my producer Josh has already been turkey hunting.
Talking about, boy. I wanted to let it beat him up as much as I could.
We actually heard this bird. He gobbled so close that we started setting the decoys up, and he came out with the hen.
He left the hen.
Yeah, and luckily she started kind of working in, and I think he was a little afraid of the competition there. But these are those Cherokee decoys, and I think we're gonna have to do a patch job on this one.
Josh gets out there with his wife Jessica, and Jessica's supposed to be shooting. So these turkeys hang up and it doesn't look like they're gonna act right. And Jessica just really doesn't have the experience. So Josh traded his camera for that shotgun, and Jessica was now having to capture this on video. He hammered this bird, man, and Jessica was upset because she thought she didn't get good enough footage, but it looked pretty good to me.
So he throws me the camera and starts talking about focus rings and zoom buttons and stuff I had no idea about, but
Did a good job.
it's a little shaky, and well, actually it probably is my best footage because I've never done it before.
Yeah, that's the best footage you ever laid down, that's for sure.
Well, right down the road, a good buddy of ours, old Farmer John, takes his two boys, who I like to call Walker and Texas Ranger, hunting turkeys. Just check it out. I can't even describe this.
Get him, get him.
Daddy! Oh! Daddy, smoke him! Daddy, kill him, kill him! Daddy! You go, Daddy! Get him! Get him! I shot him, Mr. Joey!
I smoked him. I smoked him.
Yeah, Mr. Joey! I never seen my dad run so fast!
He said, I ain't never seen Daddy run that fast.
Did you get him?
Woo! I think Jen...
Yeah, boy!
come see my gobbler.
You gun on safety? Give me a
Yes,
call.
sir.
What do you
That's the
think?
first thing I did.
Huh? Nice shot.
Thanks, Mr. Joey.
So-
Woo! I smoked him! Woo! Woo!
So we figured out that in a sprinting competition between a wounded turkey and John wins every time.
Yes! I'm gonna kick him.
No, you're not gonna kick.
He's...
What do you think about that?
I think this is awesome. My first turkey. We're gonna share this turkey because I found 2 of its feathers.
You're gonna look back on this film
I got blood
10
on it.
years and
I don't care.
regret saying stuff like that.
So that morning I was meeting up with my neighbor Gannon and his buddy, and we were gonna hunt a piece of land that was just behind my piece of land. So we decided to piece up the real estate and split up. You know, we're not hearing anything, but sometimes you just gotta stick with it. And I go to make one last call before we move to a different area, and a bird gobbles. I'm gonna get right there. I make a few soft calls, yelps and purrs, and all of a sudden, that joker pops out from under the fence. There he is. There he is. He's coming to my calls, almost ignoring the decoys, and then he sees the Cherokee decoys and turns, does a left face, and goes right to them. I can tell you right now, that's a big bird. Big old beard on that sucker, man. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Down south, that's what we call a pair of hooks there, boys. Everybody could do with a dose of getting out in the woods a little bit more. And if you guys have never experienced hunting, you need to go out right now and do it. Even if you just go sit in the woods and just be quiet for a little while. It'll do your soul some good. I know it did mine some good this week. I can't ask for anything more than that.